Hi again. Right, yesterday I told you what my investment portfolio looked like. Today I'm going to explain why I said in that video that I'm now going to be going all in on Berkshire Hathaway. Berkshire Hathaway is run by that guy who probably looks like your nana's friend. He's called Warren Buffett, and you might recognize him, or you might be looking at him and thinking, oh, I've seen him before. He's the guy who eats McDonald's every day and doesn't believe in crypto. Yes, that's right, and that's why I'm getting out of the crypto market as well. I'm going to copy Uncle Warren's advice because, you know, when I look at someone like Warren Buffett, the best investor in the world, I just think, how can I be as much like him as I can? And by buying into Berkshire Hathaway, it's basically copying everything Warren Buffett is doing. So that is the main reason that I'm buying into it. But I'm going to go into a little bit more depth about it. Diversification. Diversification is the key. And yes, in the S&P 500, you are buying a diversified stock portfolio, just as you are in Berkshire Hathaway. But when you look at the averages on a yearly basis, Berkshire Hathaway brings back a 20% return over the long term, and the S&P 500 brings back about 10 to 11%. Now, I know the S&P 500 is full of the top 500 companies in America, but Berkshire Hathaway owns huge shares in a lot of those companies anyway. Companies like Apple, Coca-Cola, and also Berkshire Hathaway owns other companies outright, like Gecko, Duracell, and when you follow the statistics and you do your research on Warren Buffett and Berkshire Hathaway, it seems to me that it is a safe investment. It seems just as safe as the S&P 500. So for that reason, I am going all in. So what other reasons are there to buy into Berkshire Hathaway? Now, remember, by the way, I'm not an investment guru. I'm not telling you what you should do. I'm just telling you what I'm going to do. And it's up to you whether you want to copy that, whether you think it's a good idea. That's your choice. It's your life. Don't come back to me if you lose everything. I might lose everything. So, then I'll have myself to blame. But in my opinion, when you look at Berkshire Hathaway and the way they run things, Warren Buffett, he doesn't chase fads. He doesn't buy into companies that he doesn't believe are going to grow. And when you look at the past record of Berkshire Hathaway, the companies that they have bought have done very well. He knows how to pick the right companies to buy into. That is just one great reason that I think is very important. He also knows when to create a cash war chest ready for the crash, the oncoming crash. The reason that he's hoarding all this cash is because there are no good options. He won't just buy in willy-nilly because he doesn't believe that there's anything right to buy right now. So, I'm gonna copy what Uncle Warren says, because if he says that's the right thing to do, then I'm gonna trust him with my money. And he's never steered anybody wrong in the past by the looks of his historical charts. If you look at the share graph of the Berkshire Hathaway, it's just like a nice steady climb up a very, very high mountain. And the last very important reason that I think Berkshire Hathaway is the best choice is because they reinvest dividends. Unlike other companies that hand out the dividends, they reinvest them. It's kind of like giving your mate £100 to start a business and he gives you £20 back because he doesn't know what else to do with it. Well, Warren Buffett and his team of disciples at Berkshire Hathaway are basically saying, keep your money with us, we'll reinvest those dividends better than you could ever reinvest them. So yeah, I'm going to trust Uncle Warren. I'm going to trust all of his board of directors, even when Warren pops his clogs, which unfortunately will be in the not too distant future, I would imagine, because he's almost 100 years old. But he looks pretty sprightly, to be fair. He's still up and about, and he's still he's got a spring in his step by the looks of him, so hopefully it'll be a bit longer than the next few years, but we'll see. But I believe that he's trained the people that he works with. I believe in them. I think they're going to do a good job. So for me, it's Berkshire Hathaway all the way, right through the long term. I'll come back in 10 or 20 years, and if I've lost everything and I'm disappointed in myself, then I'll make a video about that. But I don't believe that'll be the case. Look at it this way: if you look back to the late 50s, early 60s, I think it was when he started Berkshire Hathaway. If you look back, then whatever you put in, it doubles about every 5 years. That's an incredible return. Like, you can't get that anywhere else, and it's done that over the long term consistently. So for that reason and all the other reasons that I've explained, I'm all in on Berkshire Hathaway. Whether you want to copy that and do that too, that's up to you, but I'm just telling you what I'm doing. This is not me saying you should do this as well. That's entirely up to you. All right, see you next time. Ciao.